YouTube, what's going on today, guys? Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be looking at one of the most bullish Bitcoin indicators has flashed its buy signal right now. We're also going to be looking at one of the most bullish piece of news that came out in a very, very long time. This is crazy for Bitcoin adoption everywhere. So again, you guys want to stay tuned all the way until the end of this video because we have got so much to cover. Before we dive into that though, if you guys want to see every single one of the trades that myself and my expert team are entering in real time, then make sure you check out the first link down below in the description for the cryptocurrency trade alert group. I post every single one of the trades, like I said, that myself and my team are entering in real time. As soon as we enter them in this group, you'll get every single one of our altcoin trades, every single one of our leverage trades. You'll get access to the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space. But the most important part is we are breaking down all barriers to entry. We are having a free trial for 14 days. So for 2 weeks after you sign up, you get access to every one of our trades. You'll see everything. We're not going to hide anything from you. Pulling back the curtain, and if it doesn't work for you, you don't like it, whatever it is, no questions asked. All you have to do is cancel, and you'll avoid getting charged. So a ton of you guys have been in trades with us recently, and if you haven't, I look forward to see you guys in there. And also make sure you guys claim your 4 free stocks, either 3 or 4 by the time you're watching this video. Free stocks if you deposit $100 on the Webull platform. So that's going to be the second link down below. Use that link, get your free stocks, sell those stocks and buy crypto if that's what you want to do, right? It's free money. But let's go into the Bitcoin price. Just recently what we saw happen, remember this pattern that we had been looking at last time? We were talking about a breakout occurring from here. Well, we had a little bit of a breakout. We then had a retest, right? This is the last time we were talking about. Depending on how you drew it, you might have not had this retest. It might have been in the actual triangle. But the most important part was watching for the breakout of this pattern. Even if you were just able to catch this and watch its move up, that's a 3.3, that's over a 3% move, right? If you use a 10x leverage on an exchange like Bybit, that's a 30% move. Math almost fucked up right there, but it's a 30% move and 30% profit you could have made. So again, Bybit has a link down below if you guys want to use that as well. They're offering a bonus, I think up to like $500 if you deposit a certain amount. It's crazy. I personally take advantage of all of the bonuses I can from a lot of these different top exchanges. Not the shitty ones, but the top exchanges, I definitely do. But once we broke out, we didn't actually go as high as people expect. A lot of people were looking at that $20,000 mark as the level that we were going to get at if we did have a break to the upside. Instead, we actually had a pullback come in, and this was due for a few reasons. Obviously, you have to monitor the price action. Price action can change at any time, and you can see this circle on this green candle was the exact level that myself and my team entered a short position. Once we noticed that volume was dying off a little bit, we noticed that we might have started having a top when we made one high and we made a lower high in here. It looked like this candle was going to be forming an even lower one. We started to get skeptical. We entered a short position and we were able to capitalize on this job, hitting all of our take profits. So that was obviously a very, very good move. I'm very happy we were able to catch that move. But if we zoom out to the 4 hourly, and this is one I want to talk about, I have the hash ribbon open here. Now, this is not one I talk about all the time because if I put in everything I look at, sometimes the charts might get a little messy. I try and keep it as simple and as straightforward so we can just look at the big picture and what the most important parts are. But currently bouncing off the support of the EMA ribbon, still a bullish trend, still very bullish. If we break below this, that's going to be that's sort of a different story. If we break below this, then we can expect Bitcoin at least come down to the $17,100, $17,200 level. Again, similar to what we saw happen at this range over here. I would not be surprised if it does happen though. Watch to see if we make a higher low and we do something like this, or if we do actually continue and make a lower low. That's going to be extremely important. But over to the big flashing indicator. The buy signal came in on the hash ribbon. If I zoom out to the daily, we'll get a better idea as to why this is so important. Look at how the daily, we're still well above the EMA ribbon. The big picture is still extremely bullish. Well, this buy signal came in just now, just recently, and usually it's historically been pretty accurate. If we were to zoom in, actually let's go to the weekly time frame. You guys will be able to see this even better. If we go to the weekly time frame and look at all the previous times that we've gotten the flash signal of the buy. One of them was over here. And you can see what happened after that. We obviously have been on a very nice uptrend. Previously, we had one coming over here as well, which was another opportunity to buy in earlier to catch this trend that we've been on. Previously, it also flashed over here where while it was trading sideways, it had this huge run up to the resistance where it was at around $7,000. peaking at $10,000. A lot of opportunity, a lot of movement here before obviously this big crash that came in. And then naturally one of the bigger ones was down here at this range where you would be able to buy Bitcoin at around $3,500 and ride it all the way up to just under $14,000. So this signal has historically been you can see, I mean, the last one by over here as well, and you can't even see it on the chart. It's right, my head might be blocking it. It's over here. You should be able to see it now. You can't even see it on the chart, but you can expect, given where it's at and the price action you guys have heard of, it went up after that. So a lot of good news coming on in terms of the Bitcoin price, and we also have some extremely bullish news that came out. Before we look at that though, keep in mind the gap still here. Just a quick reminder, still here, this gap still usually tends to act as a magnet to pull the price back into this range. Could be the reason why we didn't have that massive breakout and what people were expecting to retest this level. It could be that we are still trying to get back in to fill this gap. Now, $17,000 would fill the gap. Remember what I told you guys to watch out for previously if we broke actually below the EMA ribbon, 17,000, 17,100, 17,200. A lot of these levels are starting to pack up in the same sort of range, which gives us an idea that if we do fall back down there, it's a good opportunity to buy Bitcoin because there's so much price action, so much volume at that range, so much, so many people eyeing that range. It's a good opportunity to buy it, but also means that we could probably hold this range very well because of all these things lining up, all the supports and everything lining up. But this is the big piece of news that came out for Bitcoin. Bitcoin arrives on Wall Street. The S&P Dow Jones are launching crypto indexes in 2021. So in the latest big move by traditional finance to incorporate crypto, 550 coins will appear on the new indexes starting next year. Now, this isn't going to necessarily change the game right now, but the important part is, remember how much these guys were pushing out this investment, right? They were pushing out this asset. They were saying that it's done and it's over, it's not going to work. And that was strategic. Didn't want it to work. Now, it started to pick up a little bit of traction. It's continuing to pick up traction. It's sort of showing that, yeah, it's probably not going to disappear anytime soon. Whether it takes over and is worth $1 million a coin is one story, but it's going to be around if it's worth 10,000, 20,000, or if it's worth $1 million. That's something that's, I think at this point, everyone can agree is Bitcoin's not going to go to zero anytime soon. Not likely, at least. Well, this is the beginning of the integration, right? So, like I said, joint venture between S&P Global and the CME Group and News Corp will debut cryptocurrency indexes in 2021. Again, I expect this to be just the beginning. They had a press release on Thursday which described it as an emerging asset class. It's been an emerging asset class for a very, very long time. But again, if they wanted to admit it or not, that's a completely different story. I think they've been in the space way longer than what they're showing. I think they've been behind the scenes. I'm very confident to say I think they've been behind the scenes on this for a very, very long time. But this is, again, the beginning. There's going to be a lot more to come in from here. A lot more institutional investors to come from here. Just adding another layer of credibility, another layer of just kind of showing people that, yeah, this is for real. It's time to start looking at it. And that's probably going to lead to an increase in just people buying it, increase in demand, supply for Bitcoin. You guys know how that works. That's a good sign for prices to go up. And Grayscale added $137 million more in Bitcoin. They got $12.6 billion in under management right now. That's, yeah, I mean, they added 7,188 Bitcoin. I don't even know what to say to that. It's a lot of Bitcoin. It's a lot of Bitcoins. More Bitcoin than most people hold. Then probably 99.99999% of people hold. It's a lot. It's a lot. And here they are adding it as if it was nothing to their $12.6 billion under management total right now. So much going on, a bunch of bullish news coming in. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of all of this going on. You guys think we're going to be filling that $17,000, not $17,000 CME futures gap? Let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are also on this bullish news that came out for Bitcoin with them adding the indexes in 2021. I'll be reading all the comments down below. I want to see what all of you guys think, see what everybody has to say, and I'll see you guys next week for another video.